So I picked up the new Trance at the bike shop today, the 2018 Trance Advanced one, and it's pretty cool. I'm just going to do a few things on it tonight. I wanted to pull it out of the box and look at the bike. And you know, the colors of giant bicycles look a lot better in person than they do on a website. This is kind of like a metallic, well, some of it's metallic, it's just like a blue and orange. I'll show it up close later, but it looks really good. I'm really stoked about getting this built up. Dude, that was loud and close. Y'all just got the full effect of summertime in Florida. Wow. And it's hot. A friend of mine after work was doing a hot yoga class. Never done a hot yoga class. But you really don't need to. All you have to do is work on your bike in the garage in the summertime, because you sweat almost immediately. But anyway, I got a new appreciation for mountain bikes today. When I was in this, I've heard of, within a 12-hour period, I've heard of 3 of my friends getting hit by cars. I know I've talked about this subject a little bit on my YouTube channel, but so one of them I heard about last night. This is a guy I've ridden with before. He's a triathlete, and I emailed him today to get the whole story, because I got all this secondhand. So 2 of them I talked to. One of them I'm still waiting to talk to. One of them, he was in a race, and I guess it wasn't a closed course, you know, closed to cars, and he got hit by a car. Went to the local hospital. They couldn't get his blood pressure under control, and they had to airlift him to a major hospital. The other one, he actually got the whole thing on GoPro. He was in a bike lane, and by the way, what I'm doing is I'm saving these zip ties. They put the best zip ties on these bikes, and instead of cutting them with toenail clippers, I just excuse me, undo them with a screwdriver. Stick a tiny little screwdriver in there. So, but the other guy, he was in a bike lane, and a car coming the other direction, some of the cars let that car through, and that car didn't look and clocked him, went on the hood and everything. He showed me the video, got the whole thing on video, so you're probably watching this one. Not mentioning any names here. The third one was really serious, and I haven't even talked to the guy. I called him today, and he hasn't called me back yet. He was actually in the, I think, it was in North Carolina. I'm going to assume he was riding in the mountains. And third hand, or second hand I should say, says some meth head who stole a truck and a trailer hit him, and the dude is messed up, like punctured lung, broken ribs, broken ankles. So man, I appreciate a mountain bike and a gravel bike. You know, riding gravel, I have to ride on the road sometimes just to connect sectors, but my exposure is much more limited than riding a road bike. Every summer when I watch the Tour de France, I think about getting a road bike, because I miss it. You know, I miss riding on the road. Riding in groups and guys going up the front and trying to bridge up or trying to get away from a group, it's a blast. I label these little pads so that if I ship out a bike, I know exactly where they go, and I can box up a bike just like I pull it out of a box. So it's a left seat stay. Anyway, so plans are to get this built up, and oh, and I got my boy a BMX bike. I am stoked about his racing BMX. I'm going to show it. I'm going to make a video that shows a 1982 Hutch versus a modern BMX bike. I'm reliving my BMX days through my son right now. It's pretty cool. I'm going to make a video too about that. It's a fun subject. So the only mods I'm going to make on the Trance are I'm going to change out the grips, and I'm going to put on my 2.6 knobby nicks. Other than that, going to keep it totally stock. And I'll ride it 1 or 2 rides with my clipless trail pedals, and then we're going to the flat pedals. My son's BMX bike came with some really good flat pedals, so I had loaned him the pedals that were loaned to me for my flat pedal challenge, the Race Face Effects. So I'm pulling those off the hutch, and I'll be putting them on this bike. I'm kind of stoked about it. I haven't even ridden the 510 shoes that I got. The first pair I got was a size too small, half size too small, so I had to send them back and get a size that fit. So I'm going to do my flat pedal challenge soon. So this is going to be a fun bike. You know, back to the road bike thing, I just want to say one thing. When I talked about it on one of my videos, some guy actually called me a wuss for not riding on the road anymore, or not having a road bike. Really? That's all I'll say. But you know what? This wuss had a really killer mountain bike ride today. In the woods, no cars. Trails are in great shape too. Little slow, moist but not wet. Good traction. Anyway, short little vlog. Oh, and dude, rattlesnakes. Oh my gosh. So my neighbor down the street came over the other night, and his daughter was going out to check the mail, and big rattlesnake right across the drive. I'll show you a photo of it because he brought it over after he shot it. So he went out with his 9mm, and after 3 shots pegged it in the head and killed it. Now listen, if you love snakes and you don't like killing snakes, sorry, but if they're in the neighborhood, they're a threat to your pets and your kids. And then, man, yesterday on my mountain bike ride, you know, I had this little voice in my head that said, look out for snakes today. And sure enough, I was being attentive. I came around a corner, and this diamondback was, I mean, this joker was like that big around, and he was probably 6 feet long. And I'll show you the picture too, because not a great picture, but you can see how fat he was. So yeah, man, it's August, so this is the snake season, and they're more prolific than I've ever seen them. So anyway, that's my vlog for today, talking bikes and cars and snakes. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the reviews on the 2018 Trance Advanced 1. Gonna be a sweet bike. Check in the next one.